Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Saturday, February the 24th, and welcome to our video commentary. You know, whenever we have one of these mass shootings, there's a pattern of behavior that I think we've all detected. The first thing we start doing is we start talking about whether or not we have too many guns, and we start talking about whether or not we should be making this gun illegal, or do we make it too easy to sell a gun, or whatever. And what normally happens when we get into that debate is that people tend to run to their corners. In other words, nothing ever really gets done because that particular debate doesn't get us anywhere. But one of the smart things that President Trump has done in this particular debate is that he is forcing us to talk about guards in school or school security and background checks. And those are the two conversations we need to be having. I mean, the larger stuff, we can talk about that later. That can be a part of our elections or a part of our political debate. But in this short term, I mean, here to fix the problem that we just had in South Florida and to prevent another shooting somewhere else, what we have to focus on is school security. And I've always been amazed. You know, it wasn't that long ago that I had three sons in schools not much different than that one in South Florida. And it always amazed me, you know, how easy it was to go into a school. And I know I said it a couple of times. I even publicly said it a couple of times. If I went down to a television station to do an interview, I would have to go through a lot more complicated security. Or if I wanted to go into a federal building, or naturally if you want to go into an airport, or if you go into a bank. I mean, there's all kinds of security to go into any of those places. But yet a school where you have 300, 400, 500, sometimes 800, 900 kids, a school like that was completely unprotected. And it never really made any sense to me. And one of the good things that President Trump has done is that he has put that issue of school security top and foremost in the minds of the country. And I think that's why I'm more optimistic now that something is going to get done, because whether we have guards or whether we arm students or, I mean, teachers. I mean, look, this is a debate that we can have, and my guess is that you'll see different approaches, and some states will try this, and other states will try that. But at the end of the day, I think we've now reached the point where I think most of the public understands that we have to have better security at the schools, and we could no longer continue to live on the assumption that a gun-free school is a safe place for kids to be in. So, in that sense, I think President Trump has done us a big favor by focusing the debate where it should be, which is on school security as well as background checks. And the larger debate about the Second Amendment and gun control, look, that's more of a political debate. We have an election coming up in November. If the Democrats want to do a referendum on the Second Amendment either in November or later in 2020, we can deal with that later. But right now, let's do the important thing, school security and background checks. That's what we need to be talking about. And I think President Trump has effectively put us in a situation where that's exactly what we're talking about. Thank you for watching. We have all of these over at YouTube. We have them on Twitter, and we also have them on my blog. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.